This tutorial is for 4th grade, Module 5, Lesson 35. In this lesson, we're going to look at what it means to multiply fractions by whole numbers. The first problem says to draw and label a tape diagram to show the following are true. So we have some problems we're going to look at. The problems are written in unit form. So if we look at the first problem, it says 8/5 is equal to 4 times 2/5. Well, to start with, what I've done is I've drawn my 8/5 on the tape diagram. I wanted to focus on what it means by having a fifth, and that's why I shaded it 2 different colors. So 1/5 means it takes 5 pieces to make one whole. So I shaded one whole in using yellow. And then beyond that, I have 3 more fifths. So that's just to keep in mind the fact that 8/5 is the same as 1 and 3/5. Again, this is just to keep the concept of 1/5 in our heads as we work through this problem. Now we have to show that 8/5 is the same thing as 4 groups of 2/5. So I'm going to group my 2/5 down below. So here's one group of 2/5. Here's another group of 2/5. A third group of 2/5, and a fourth group of 2/5. So 4 times 2/5 would be the same as 2/5 plus 2/5 plus 2/5 plus 2/5. And this tape diagram shows why that is true. In the next question, we're going to prove that 10/6 is the same as 5 times 2/6. And again, I've drawn my 10/6 on the number line, and I've used 2 colors to show one whole and some more. Since we're working with 6 this time, it takes 6 to make a whole, so I have 1 whole and I have 4 more 6. So keeping in mind what a 6 actually means by using the 2 different colors on the tape diagram. Now I'm going to show 5 groups of 2/6. So I'll group these just like I did on the previous problem. Here's 2/6 and another 2/6, another 2/6. Here's my 4th group of 2/6, and finally my 5th group of 2/6. So 10/6 is the same as 2/6 plus 2/6 plus 2/6 plus 2/6 plus 2/6. So you can see how 10/6 is equal to 5 groups of 2/6. In the next section, I'm going to show the multiplication, only I'm going to do it without the tape diagram. So my first problem is 7 times 2/3. I'm going to write this problem in unit form, and that will help me think through it. So what this means is we're going to take 7 times 2/3. So I'm writing my denominator as the unit form. What this means is I'm going to take 7 times 2 groups of thirds. Well, that would give me 14 thirds. The unit doesn't change. If I start with 2/3, it'd be like adding 2/3 7 times. That would give me 14 thirds as an answer. In the second question, I have 4 times 2/4. In unit form, that would be 4 times 2/4. And again, my denominator is the unit form of the fraction. This means 4 groups of 2/4. Well, in all, that would be 8/4. And the unit stays the same. In the last section, I'm going to solve the problems just using numbers. So I have 7 times 4/9. That means I'm going to take 7 groups of 4/9. Well, 7 times 4 is 28. So I would have 28 pieces, and they're all ninths. Notice your denominator doesn't change because that's just telling you what type of unit you have. I'm going to change my improper fraction to a mixed numeral by using a number bond. I have to think of my multiples of 9 that will get me closest to 28. Well, if I take 27 ninths, that would give me 1/9 left over. 27 ninths is the same as 3 wholes, and then I have 1/9 left over. So the mixed numeral is 3 1/9. For question B, I have 6 times 3/5, so I'm going to take 6 groups of 3/5. Well, 6 times 3 is 18, so that would be 18 pieces, and the pieces are still fifths. And again, I'm going to use the number bond to change that to a mixed numeral. This time I'm working with fifths. The closest multiple of 5 would be 15, so I'll take 15 fifths and 3 more fifths to make the 18 fifths. 15 fifths is the same as 3 wholes, and then I have 3 fifths for a final answer of 3 3/5.